Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at the Hitman HD Trilogy. Let me just figure out what I want to do here. I want to load these 2006 era games, man, that don't natively understand where your saves are. We're just going to load into my Northernlion career here. So I'm going to play Hitman Blood Money, but I want to talk a little bit about the circumstances surrounding Hitman HD Trilogy, which has just come out via Square Enix at the end of January to basically no fanfare. Which I guess is not all that surprising, considering, this is basically a collection of 3 games, the most recent of which, Blood Money, came out in 2006, I believe. Maybe even 2005, but I think it's 2006. And also Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, which is 2002, I believe. And Hitman Contracts, which is sometime in the middle between those. Anyway, I have no experience with the Hitman franchise beyond Hitman Absolution, which I played earlier this year when it came out, or late last year when it came out, and I absolutely loved, but a lot of people were like, man, it totally shits on like the level design and the design philosophy of games like Blood Money and Hitman 2, so I thought, you know what? Let's pick up Hitman HD Trilogy and check it out. And I've played about an hour and a half, 2 hours of Blood Money so far, as well as a little bit of Hitman 2, and that's what we're going to check out over the course of this video so far. So I'm going to go to start game. I'm going to play on normal, which has been good for me so far. As you can see, I'm like 3 or 4 missions in here. We're going to check out Death of a Showman. Wait, no. Death of a Showman is the first one. I'm going to check out A Vintage Year, and this should give us a pretty good idea of how things work in Blood Money. It's going to be a little bit of an unusual let's look at because, on the one hand, I don't want to do a let's look at of Blood Money as it's like a game in its own. I want to do a let's look at of what makes this version special. This is a 2-disc edition. Disc 1 includes Hitman 2 and Contracts, and Disc 3, I believe, is just Blood Money. I'm not sure if it's been remastered or anything in HD, because obviously this did come out on the original, or on the Xbox 360 originally, so it was already in at least 720p. These games are showing their age a little bit. You can definitely see, like, in terms of the physics engine and the animations and the graphics in general, that they're dated. And I mean, HD Trilogy doesn't necessarily mean everything has been remastered to be absolutely perfect or like in tune with modern standards for graphics. You know what? We might just get started here because I don't necessarily want to go through the cutscene, but maybe we'll see some voice acting first. Like these guys all kind of look like JC Denton from Deus Ex to me. But anyway, we're just gonna skip by this. And we'll at least start out as Agent 47 here. So again, I know a lot of people really love Blood Money. I'm just doing my best to give my first impressions on the package as well as the game as a whole. Anyway, he's using a sweet-ass, like, 2GB flash drive here. And if you're not familiar with Blood Money's kind of... If you're only familiar with Absolution like I was, this might seem a little bit foreign to you, but there actually is the option to set your loadouts before you go on a mission. You don't just merely collect levels in the missions and use those, like in Absolution. You can instead choose what you want to bring. So we're going to kill Don Fernando Delgado, we're going to kill Manuel Delgado, and then we're going to escape. Those are our 2 missions. We got information on them, their age, as well as things like where they're going to be. So if I look at this retired colonel working for Chile's feared intelligence service is considered a well-respected and highly successful wine producer, even though this is just a cover operation for his true business of drug trafficking. To promote this year's fine line of Chilean red wine, he has persuaded the American movie actor Rex Stanton to endorse it. His agent is one of Delgado's main customers and well-connected in Tinseltown, etc., etc. Anyway, they give you a bio on these guys, so you know kind of what's up with them before you kill them. Anyway, we're just going to select our weapons. We're going to take our Silver Baller. You can take the Sniper Rifle, but I don't think it's great for this mission, considering it also requires us to carry around a briefcase, which is very suspect, considering what we're going to do. We should also carry, perhaps, let's just carry a snub-nosed pistol, which is something... Oh, you can only carry 1 pistol at a time? For real? That kind of sucks. Maybe we can take one of these SMGs with us then. And then we'll just start the mission. We can also upgrade these if we want to, but why not just load into the mission instead? So for someone who was coming from Absolution, which was a much more kind of linear experience, Blood Money is kind of a breath of fresh air because it's very sandboxy. And the game does, after the first mission at least, the game does very little hand-holding when it comes to telling you how to complete the missions. It basically just spawns you in the world and says, hey motherfucker, like use trial and error and figure out what you are supposed to do in order to succeed here. So that seaplane is going to factor into things. I'm going to try to do this mission as stealthily as possible. When I did this mission and I actually succeeded for the first time, I did really well, actually, and I managed to get the Specialist rank, which I haven't gotten on any of the other missions so far. You can still, one of the main complaints about Absolution was that there's a lot of run and gun kind of style mechanic in it. In this game, you can run a gun a little bit, not nearly as much. I'm only playing on normal, of course, but I haven't been able to run a gun nearly as much. So the first thing I'm going to do here is take out our fiber wire, and I'm just going to assassinate I botched it miserably. Let's put that fiber wire away. Hello, good sir. I would like to subscribe to your newsletter. 1 second, I'm just gonna sneak up on him. He's none the wiser. Controls can sometimes be a little bit wonky, coming from you know, blood. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. I'll kill this guy instead. Coming from Absolution, which controlled really well. Just sneak around him like so. Stop! Seriously, just kill him, please. You have the fiber wire. Sneak up. The tutorial didn't do a great job of explaining... Oh my god. It's a disaster already. How to use the fiber wire for stealth kills. Maybe I'm just gonna sneak in the old-fashioned way. I'm very suspect right now, as you can tell by that, like, notoriety meter down there at the bottom. Let's go around over here. I apologize for that. That is entirely my fault on botching the controls there. But there should be a worker over here. Very much a big part of this game is memorizing, like, enemy patterns. Which is cool. I like that they reward you a little bit for observation, and there's multiple ways to complete each mission. Oh, A is open door, not X. And if I come around this way... I believe, basically I'm just trying to get a disguise right now to be able to sneak into this area. I believe there is a worker who oh, he's pissed. Why are these guys so mad at me already? How have I blown my cover already? You know what we're going to do? We're going to take out our silence pistol. We're going to shoot this guy in the face. Again, the AI also leaves a little bit to be desired, perhaps, compared to AI now. But that's okay. I kind of, like, I grew up with these kind of games. I grew up playing, you know, Splinter Cell and stuff like that. Games that are perhaps a little bit, you know, dated at this point in terms of their AI. But these are very much stealth games where people go like, hey, what was that? And then, you know, they go and look at whatever happened, and then they just leave if nothing else happens. They don't stay, like, permanently alerted. Can I walk into this house yet? Is this guy gonna be pissed? Yeah, he's gonna be pissed. All right. So instead, we're gonna walk into the house this way. Disguised as a worker, we should be able to, you know, at least be in, like, the kitchen type area here. And we will take this kitchen knife, which we could potentially throw or stab somebody with in the future. And then, I would love to kill a guard. But I haven't had a great opportunity to do so far. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be in here. So I'm just going to be a little bit cautious. And kind of sneak around a little bit. And hopefully be able to... Oh, you know what? Let's try something quick here. Oh, I pressed the wrong... I had pressed the Hitman 2 controls, and I meant to press the Blood Money controls. The games do control a little differently. Our target is upstairs in this room. Or in this level, as I know. Because I've played it before. Okay, oh, he's gone. So we're actually not going to throw this knife at him anymore. Instead, I'm just going to throw it in the middle of the pool table, apparently. Let's pick that up. And again, I apologize for my... Oh, they found the body. I like that camera angle style, by the way. Is this... Let me just figure out where we are right here. We're not on the floor with the target yet. So as I walk around... Oh, here we go. This is going to be a good opportunity for me as I close this door. Provided I shoot this guy in the head, I should just be able to steal the guard's outfit and then sneak around with a little bit more authority. So we can enter first-person mode there. Apparently, that has really raised our notoriety. Please, just quickly grab the VIP guard suit. But our notoriety might... If I exit first-person mode does feel a little bit awkward. There are guards outside of here, which worries me a little bit. I could take these guns. We might as well take the SMG. I already had it, but maybe it'll give us extra ammo. Is there a dude in this room? I don't think so, so I'm going to pick the lock. Normally, if enemies see you pick the lock, that's really bad for business. But at the very least, leaving now, I don't think these guys are going to know I'm here. So I'm going to save. If you haven't played Blood Money, it's got a weird saving system. Depending on your difficulty, you can only save like X number of times per match. It's different than, you know, Absolution, where you had to simply save at checkpoints, and I believe it was unavoidable. So let me just look at our map and see what's going on here. We're on the top floor. If I just open this door and get in here, I believe our target is just going to be in this next kind of series of areas. So obviously I don't want to engage in a shootout. I would rather kill him the old-fashioned way. Hello, my friend. I am also a VIP guard. You can just move along if you want. I'm just going to stand here in the corner. Don't mind me. And by breaking in here, hopefully these guys... I mean, my notoriety is huge right now, or the suspicion from the enemies is... Oh, I wasn't picking the lock. Don't you worry. Just heard something in there. Thought I might go check it out. Those guys are definitely suspicious of me. If there's got to be a better way. Maybe I'll try going through this way. The game feels a fair bit more dynamic than Absolution, if I'm being 100% honest. Every run feels a little bit different depending on how the AI interacts with you. This one is going to put us out here. Where is this one going to put us? Out on the staircase. Okay, so we do want to come out here. But we want to come up with some kind of distraction. Maybe I can just pretend to be one of these guards, like herp de derp de derp. Herp de derp to just switching patrols. That guy knows something is up. Maybe because I'm unarmed. Maybe if I took out their gun, they would understand a little bit more what I'm trying to get at here. Let's try picking this lock. No one's the wiser. There we go. Now we'll move in here. Oh, and there's our target right there. He's just playing the cello. So, I can kill him, but I want to wait until he stops playing, obviously. Because if I do it while he's still playing, the guards are going to notice. So instead, I'm just going to wait till he stops playing. I'm going to take out my Silver Baller Silence Pistol and reload, which hopefully produces 0 noise. Just make sure nobody is coming here. I wish there was kind of like a zoom in function. I mean, the first person works, but it doesn't look that good. And he's going to be our first target here. Just finish. Be done with it already. Although I do kind of like this moment. It feels like, you know, I'm getting a little taste of the arts before I destroy him. So we'll just wait for him to finish. It hasn't been the stealthiest operation so far, but it has gotten the job done. I promise that this guy will be done at some point in the near future. And I really like my time with Blood Money so far. I realize it's supposed to be more of a let's look at of the Hitman HD Trilogy, and instead I'm like, wow, this game from 7 years ago is totally different than the game I recently played. The thing, if we're getting down to the nitty-gritty about the HD Trilogy, it's kind of a tough sell, isn't it? I mean, oh, he's still going. It's kind of a tough sell. This game's $30, I believe. $40 actually. So $40 for 3 games might seem great, but you can pick up each of these individually on Steam for like $5 each a lot of the time, especially in sales. These games always go down. Okay, he's done now. So we're just going to wait. Now, once he puts the cello down, we're going to shoot him in the head. There we go. Okay. And now we'll just take a snub-nosed pistol, and we can have our silver ballers as well. We're going to drag the body to the exit, and then throw it over the railing. Beautiful. All right. First good assassination. But yeah, $40 is a tough sell when you can get these games on PC much cheaper. It's the kind of package that I think doesn't really offer enough value to entice most people. Now, don't notice me. By the way, I should save here. We only get 7 saves per level, but oh, this is definitely a good opportunity to use it. Yeah, so I mean, the fact that you can get these games in their native state, not HD remastered, on Steam for so cheap, makes this package on... Oh, this might have been a bad idea. Makes this package on consoles kind of a tough sell. That being said, I am indeed having fun with it so far. But if I was gonna, recommend how to experience these games for the first time, this is the door we wanted. How to experience these games for the first time. Maybe you just want to get them on the cheap instead, and go pick them up on Steam or something. So there's our first successful assassination, and we'll boot into Hitman 2 a little bit later. Hitman 2 is definitely showing its age. I mean, that came out over 10 years ago, but it's charming in its own way as well. But it is kind of jarring and a lot slower paced than Blood Money and Absolution, which may or may not be to your taste. I know there's people that really like that game, but it's very hard to get into. It has the slowest crouch of basically any game I've seen in my entire life. So now we are a VIP guard here, so we should be able to kind of move around freely throughout here. Oh, they found that dude that I stripped naked in the bedroom, I think. Anyway, we're just going to close the door here. I don't want to kill this guy. I think he just moves along. But what I'm going to try to do is, in true Hitman style, plant a bomb on this winch, and then the winch will be able to drop these barrels on our next target. There's a lot of the Rube Goldberg cat and mouse style stuff going on here. Actually, that's our target right there, isn't it? It is indeed. Maybe I can just do this quickly. Nobody's the wiser. And then quickly switch to our detonator, and then I'm just going to wait till these guys kind of get into the area where I can drop this on them. Or at least this guy. Come on, turn around. Alright, we're going to have to follow him a little bit longer. I'm just going to try to... Why is my notoriety red? Probably because they just found a body. Nope! They're taking a shot at me. Are they taking a shot at me? They don't seem to be hitting me too well. Alright, they are indeed shooting me. That means we should load our save. But first we're going to have to die in slow motion here. Not you, Delgado! I'm not sure. It's probably because I was just holding the detonator outright. We're just going to wait for ourselves to die in slow motion here. Yeah, punch me in the face. Whatever. I'm dead. We're going to load our game. Don't restart. Big mistake. Restart might seem like the best option, but it doesn't restart you from your most recent checkpoint. It restarts the entire mission. Loading times in Blood Money still kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, it is the same system that the game originally came out on. And again, I'm not sure if I articulated this properly, but I'm pretty sure this is not like a remastered copy of Blood Copy. Don't quote me on that. Look into other sources. But I'm pretty sure that this is just like the exact version of Blood Money that previously existed on the 360. So we're just going to make our way through here. I think if we run, we raise a little bit more suspicion. But that suspicion is quickly going to go down. And we're going to try to kill Manuel Delgado. I'm not sure if they saw us plant the bomb or if they saw me walking around with a detonator, and that's what caused our problems there. He's just right here. So he's going to come in here fairly soon. Close these doors quickly. And if we plant this bomb quickly, like so, nobody's the wiser. Excellent. Now we will just move along. Nobody saw me. So now we are simply going to wait for Manuel Delgado to come in here. Where did he go? Oh, is he in the... Where am I? Oh, he's just to my left right now. There he is. All right. Checking out the wine. How's that working out for you, asshole? You are going to be dead in a matter of hours. If I could just actually convince you to walk in here. I've done this before. I know he will eventually walk under that thing. The only question is when. So we're just going to follow him around very unsuspiciously. You know, Assassin's Creed style. We don't want to lose the synchronization. But at the same time, we don't want him to get out of sight. So we got to stay fairly close to him. Just checking up on you, sir. I'm just going to wait here, and maybe he will find it in his heart to just go find like a penny or something over there. I don't think so, though. Usually he goes in here. Again, there's a big element of like discovering AI patterns. You got to kind of emulate the Hitman and follow people around for a while, unless you just want to shoot him in the face and then run away as fast as you can. Which, you know, there's a certain element of fun in that as well. But we're just going to walk very slowly in here. The fun of the... Can I enter here safely? You know what? Come around this way. Seems less suspicious than following him exactly in. And he's just going to do like a line of coke here. Anyway, I'm just going to stand here, make Agent 47 do tornadoes. Yeah, this game, I find it... I didn't expect to, and when everyone was like, oh, Absolution is such like a disappointment from those who love Blood Money, I kind of expected that to be like a circle jerk. I can understand why people are way into this game, though, and not so into Absolution. I like both of them. I still think Absolution is a great and underrated game. But, I like Blood Money as well, and much to my surprise, I didn't expect this, but I could easily see myself playing through the rest of this game. Don't look at me, Mr. Delgado. Now, just go under the staircase. Don't go up. You left a bag of coke or something down there. I know you better than you know yourself. Is he going? He's going under the stairs. Okay, so we're quickly going to take our detonator out. Get ready to use this. Is he just standing here? Yes, he is. Oh, I got to tie my shoes over here. Fuck you. So now that he's dead, we're just going to kind of walk out of here. And there's a seaplane awaiting us. Nobody's the wiser. This is definitely a much more fun way to play Hitman than the way I played Absolution, which was largely just me. Oh, shit. Are they onto me? They are onto me. They're shooting. Okay, time to run. Please tell me we don't fuck this up. I know exactly where to go. It's going to take us a while to get there, though. So we should probably take out our SMG, because I might have to do some shooting. I was just about to say, this is more fun than the way I played Absolution. The way I played Absolution... largely, even though the option to be a little bit more sandboxy exists, largely relied on running and gunning, which was cool. I mean, that game was still fun in its own right. It had kind of a half-baked story, but I appreciate Blood Money's kind of puzzle-solving ability as well, even if I am totally garbage at it. These guys are coming on fast, and I'm definitely not going to get a stealthy assassin or a silent assassin medal for this, because I've been discovered. I don't know how they discovered me, but I have for sure been discovered. Feel bad for this guy, but he's got to go, unfortunately. Aiming a little bit wonky, and the physics a little bit wonky as well. I wish I had more time to just stay and look at that, because half of the fun in this game for me is watching... Oh, man, that was bad timing on that. Or bad placement on that, but is watching the kind of wonky animations that result from killing somebody. But anyway, we're just going to get in this seaplane down here. Luckily, we are a world-class middle-distance runner, so we should be able to escape from those guys who were coming after us. Which is good, because Hitman, or I should say Agent 47, he's a little bit squishy in his own right. I really don't want to kill this worker down here. I believe he's innocent. And obviously we get more money and better rewards if we kill people, or if we don't kill people who are innocent, because then the agency has to pay, like, collateral damage. So yeah, I mean, we're getting close to the end of my impressions on Blood Money. This guy doesn't even have a gun, so big whoop. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of my impressions on this game. I really like Blood Money. We'll talk a little bit more about Hitman 2 in a second. This guy's got to go. Well, apparently he has reinforced kneecaps. That is he's planking, man. Anyway, oh, don't fall in the water. I'm not even sure if he can. Oh, this guy's just gonna... Did he even see us? Maybe we should just get on the plane GoldenEye style. Like so. Escape. Easy. We'll take off even if people are shooting at us. No big deal. So that's gonna do it for my Let's Look at of the Blood Money portion of the Hitman trilogy. I'm going to try to load into Hitman 2 here as soon as this cutscene ends. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about the reward system. I'm not sure if my HD PVR can handle me switching games like that, though, or if it's going to totally bust up. So, you know, I got a little extra money there. I killed some people, which is not good. I got caught on, or I didn't get caught on camera, but there were 3 witnesses. I blew 2 covers. A lot of bodies were found. It was not a great mission. Lots of violence and lots of noise, and it took me a while as well. But hey, the cleaner. Could be worse. We ended up earning a little bit more money for that, which is okay. And I will just continue here, which I believe continue is probably going to put us in a position where we're going to watch another cutscene. Oh, right, we do have these newspapers that you'll see sometimes, which is kind of cool. Because the whole thing, it ties into, like, there being a news story that somebody's reporting on with, like, an FBI informant. So this newspaper's tying into the theme. Anyway, you probably don't need me to talk any more about Blood Money. I assume most of you have probably played this game, or at least heard of it, or had someone close to you that has played it. So I'm not sure if my opinions on this are really all that necessary compared to my opinions on this as a package overall. So I'm just going to quit out of the game here. And then we're going to try to load into Hitman 2, a game which has much smaller loading times, as you might expect, given that it is substantially older. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard here. I'm hoping... I got to switch discs here, but I'm hoping that my PVR can handle this. If not, though, there will be an edit, and then, you know, you'll talk to me in a second. But assuming you're still hearing me right now, how's it going, everybody? I'm going to exit back to my dashboard. And do a little bit of disc switching here. The Northernlion story. I was hoping they would all come packaged on the same disc, but, you know, given that Blood Money was what, like one HD DVD in size in its own right, this kind of makes sense. So we're gonna come down here, pick up the Blood Money disc, put in the HD Trilogy disc number 1, which contains Hitman 2 and contracts as well. And we're going to see a little bit more classic Hitman gameplay, for better or for worse. These are really, I think, the draw of the package, because I don't believe there's any other way to get Hitman 2 or contracts on the 360. I believe, anyway. Let's see if we can load into this here. And, you know, stop giving Skyfall free advertisement. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's great. But people keep saying it's great, which is cool by me. In any case, one of the main complaints I have about the trilogy, beyond the fact that I think it's probably twice as expensive as it should be, is that, at least in its standard retail edition, there's not really much here for Hitman diehards beyond just the games themselves. I mean, like, there's no, like, good manual, there's no good art book, or, like, a figurine that comes with it or anything. Not only would this help justify the price, but I assume that if you're buying this because you're a big fan of the Hitman franchise, and, you know, getting stuff like, any kind of extras like that, would be awesome. Sadly, no such luck. But we are at least going to see some HD remastering here. Obviously, these games came out, or Hitman 2 in particular, came out 10 years ago. The graphics are at least upscaled to 720p. It doesn't look fantastic. It looks like slightly better than an early 2000s PC game. But the real complaint I have is about the audio mixing. It sounds like really metallic. And it might seem like it's just because they're in a ship right now. But I assure you, this kind of metallic, onboard laptop microphone sounding audio recording continues throughout the entire thing. Obviously, you have to give it a little bit of credit, or a little bit of leeway, considering it came out so long ago. But, you know, all this being said, it does create kind of a more negative experience. Anyway, we're just going to skip past this. And beautiful title screen as well, of course. But we're going to load into our existing game here, because we've already done the tutorial. I've only done, like, half of the first mission in this game. So I'm very bad at it. It's a much slower paced experience than Blood Money, but we'll see how well I can do here. It's kind of cool how this ties in. I mean, obviously it ties in, but it's kind of cool how this fills out the story of Absolution, introducing me to characters like Diana and whatnot. So, you know, you can look at the game here. The game doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look fantastic. It's definitely, you know, standard kind of HD remake territory, considering this is a game that is 11 years old at this point. That's the guy we are going to kill, I think, or that might be the guard. I'm not totally sure. We can always check our objectives once we get started. But the thing is, right now, we're just trying to figure out how we're going to get in here, and it looks like this delivery boy is going to be an easy target for us to go to. Although he is going to be a pain in the ass to deal with as well, because apparently this guy is, like, highly trained security. In any case, though, we can probably get started here. I apologize for talking over Diana, but that is situation we find ourselves in. So yeah, I mean, you can see the game doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look fantastic. It doesn't look like a 2013 game, but it's justifiable considering its age. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of spy on this delivery guy. We can see our weapons. We only have a silenced pistol right now and our fiber wire. We're going to use our silenced pistol primarily because the fiber wire, like in Blood Money, at least in my experience, is a little bit finicky. And the music is really good in this game, by the way. The score is done by like the Budapest Symphony Orchestra, I think, which is super cool. Agent 47, by the way, has the slowest and girliest crouch I've ever seen in this game. Doesn't it look like he's doing some kind of like jazz move or something when he gets, or jazz dance move when he gets down there? So what we're gonna do, we obviously have to take this delivery man's clothing in order to sneak into this building. We don't have to. I mean, there's other ways that we can complete this mission, but if we're trying to be as stealthy as possible, this is a smart decision for us to do. But like I said earlier, Hitman 2 is a slow game. I know, like, Adam Sessler is the serious champion of this game, one of his favorite games of all time, but this is a game that very much requires way more patience and rewards action a lot less than Blood Money. Which, of course, means it rewards action a lot less than Absolution as well, which was a game where run and gun was almost more of a third-person action game than a third-person stealth game. As much as I liked it, that criticism does hold true. You know, and the quick time events against wrestlers and whatnot. But we're gonna wait for this dude. Eventually, he's gonna come out. I've tried doing this mission. Oh man, his head looks so alien-like. I've tried doing this mission where you just, like, sprint at the delivery man and try to shoot him from afar. Doesn't really work all that well. It usually alerts the guards, despite the fact that we have a silenced pistol. He'll be coming out any second now, I promise you. Usually when I do this, I have to wait, like, 2 or 3 minutes for him to come out. Unless I have to, like, get closer to the door or something to kind of convince him to leave. I don't know. Running also definitely alerts guards. So we're just going to get a little closer to the door. Hopefully he's going to come out in a second here. We can look through the keyhole, like so, and see nothing much going on here. Let's go wait behind that truck again for a second. He's got a sweet run, especially in first-person mode. The lack of view bob is kind of excellent. I like it a lot. Gives it a little bit of charm. Oh, there he is. Okay, so we're going to crouch down. None the wiser. And then shoot him in the face. Guards were not alerted. Okay, that is a new record for me. The guards usually get alerted on this one. We're just going to sneak over to him. That door was closed, thankfully. Otherwise, the guards would have seen it. And then we're going to take his clothes. Excellent. I hate to kill a fellow bald man, but sadly, it had to be done. Then we're just going to drag his body. The dragging physics, you know, they look a little early 2000s. You can cause some weird stuff to happen. Limbs end up in weird places and whatnot, but at the very least, we've succeeded in the early part of this mission, which was more than I expected, to be quite honest with you. Normally, this game, to me, strikes me as a lot harder than Blood Money. If you run, the guards will be more aware and may see through your disguise. That makes sense. Let's pick up the groceries and then we'll come in. I'm just an incredibly built grocery delivery boy. You saw me mere minutes ago. We'll open the door and walk through. Hello, sir. Governor. I bumped into him and he got pissed, but his alertness fell pretty soon after that. Okay, so now I'm just going to save the game. Same thing as Blood Money. You want to make sure you're saving the game here. This is a game that, you know, the main criticisms I've seen about the HD Trilogy so far, I've basically brought up here. It's a kind of inoffensive package, but it is expensive. And at the same time, these games are showing their age a little bit. You kind of wonder, you know, why am I paying $40 for this trilogy? Again, if you wanted to buy them, you could just get them on Steam super cheap. But, you know, I would love to play these games on consoles in an HD remixed format. I hate saying HD remix because it sounds silly, but like a remastered HD format. I just think $40 is far too expensive, or you're not getting enough for $40 in that they need to include like an art book or some kind of, you know, memorabilia for Hitman fans to be like truly immersed. I think Hitman fans with Absolution, diehard fans of the franchise, felt a little bit betrayed. Maybe not on the whole, but at least some of them anecdotally felt a little bit betrayed. So this could have been a good opportunity for perhaps IO Interactive or Square Enix to offer something as atonement or like a goodwill gesture to fans, if you will. Not that they kind of owe fans anything, because again, I thought Absolution was totally fine, but it kind of feels like a missed opportunity, or maybe a lazily thrown together package. It's fun enough in its own right. I mean, I'm having fun with the game so far. They're punishing, and they're fun. However, there's just maybe not enough. Put the knife down. I want to drop the groceries. Drop the groceries. Oh! No, I'm me. You know me. I'm the delivery man. What is she? Oh my god, the boob physics. This is not good. Oh, they've noticed me. It's okay. Just a delivery man. No, we're gonna load our game and get back in here. I don't know what's wrong with this kitchen lady. But at least the loading times are very, very short most of the time. Again, because, you know, we're not dealing with, you know, super intense environments or anything like that. Or graphics in general. So if we're talking about my overall impressions on the Hitman HD Trilogy, it's mixed. I'm happy that I have a copy because I, you know, can finally check out these games. And I'm very tempted to do like a full playthrough, maybe on stream would be the most appropriate way, of Blood Money. Because I'm going to need fan help for that one because I suck at the game and figuring out the puzzles. But I don't want it spoiled for me. In any case, I'm very tempted to play through all of Blood Money, possibly on video, which, you know, a lot of people have been clamoring for a long time, and now I sort of understand why. But at the same time, let's just pop these groceries down. How do I drop? X? X is good enough. Okay. I don't think this is worth $40 for most people. I think this is the kind of game where, you know, 20 bucks would have been a reasonable price for it, but 40 is a little bit effing crazy. So we're inside here at least. Let's save. I'm gonna try to beat this mission. I don't think it's gonna work out well for me. But at the very least, we've made it past the most difficult guard of all, that kitchen lady. And another major complaint is that all the games, they don't have unified controls. Where's our target is red, okay. What's point of interest is the exclamation point, okay. So I'm still not discovered, which is great. I'm just gonna make my way over to that point of interest, which is gonna push me towards, these guys are not gonna know it's just crouching around, man, no biggie. Why do these guys get scared when I walk by them? I'm just a worker, I deserve to be here. But I'm gonna make my way towards that point of interest. Oh, I don't need any more of this ammo, apparently. Unified controls would have been a nice, kind of something to add to the game, because as is, having to constantly worry about what controls I have is not great. Oh my god. Is it one of those stealth games where when guys bump into you, all of a sudden they know that you're not who you're supposed to be? Oh, apparently. Let's run. We have the health required. Ah, no, we're gonna die. Almost certainly. Let's just run through here. Herp, derpity derp. This is real bad for me. Luckily, I'm a bullet sponge, apparently. Where are we on the map perspective here? Let's just run out through here and go this way instead. Hello. Goodbye. And hopefully in our library... Oh, maybe I can hide in... No, I can't hide in here. I can run into it, though, with serious style. Okay, we're out on the balcony. Nothing can touch you on the balcony. Just close the door in his face. Close it. Hey. Okay, fine. Fine, you forced me into an unfortunate position. Take forever to reload. Oh my god, that was sweet physics right there. Pick up golf club. No, thank you. Amazingly, it seems like, oh, my notoriety had dropped for a while, but now I've botched it. Just walk backwards. Guards are alerted. Where am I, anyway? No, this is piss poor play on my behalf. Nobody's the wiser. Is this where the Dawn was? I need a new, Oh, that's not good. I need a new, disguise. Guys just fucking die in this game. I really like that. Let's see if maybe I disguise myself as a... Oh! They may have noticed me. Unfortunately. I love the way that people just fly back, though. That's really good. So, as you might expect, this is probably gonna... What the fuck was that? This is probably gonna be our last... You live today. No, you don't, Hardy boys. You had your chance. You blew it. You blew it. Okay, with all of these guys deceased, perhaps I'm in a slightly better position. Maybe we can hide in this, armoire? Nope. Where are we on a map perspective? Oh, there's our target. He's basically through here. Probably should have looked through that keyhole first. Now we're gonna come through here. Apparently I cannot resist running and gunning. Just reload first. The escape is going to be a tricky part here. All right, I have killed the... Oh, I killed the guard, but then I got killed... Or killed the target, but then I got killed myself. In any case, I think that's going to do it for my Let's Look at the Hitman HD trilogy. I apologize that this was a little bit milquetoast. But my impressions... overall, I think they were articulated fairly clearly. $40 is a pretty big ask when you can get these games a lot cheaper, and they're not that lovingly crafted here on a physical packaging level. It's just, you know, a game with like a 2-page manual and an ad for Tomb Raider. But it's cool enough in its own right to experience these games, so I'm not surprised that this game is getting kind of a middling critical response. These games seem to be a vestige of an older time. Blood Money is awesome, but again, I could get Blood Money much cheaper. So overall, even though it's a package I'm enjoying, I find it kind of difficult to, you know, levy the justification here for you to buy it. Because if I had not received a copy for free, I probably would find the price of $40 outrageous. But in any case, you know, if you're a Hitman fan, this might be the kind of thing that's up your alley if you're a pure completionist. But overall, kind of smacks of a missed opportunity. I would love for there to be a better kind of reason to pick this up, even if as not a Hitman fan. Or I am a Hitman fan, but not a Hitman diehard fan. This is my first experience with the franchise beyond Absolution. In any case, I'm basically rambling at this point. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. I'll let you know about that Blood Money playthrough, by the way. But again, I'll see you next time.